Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry and tonight I've got something different on the channel. This is the playtest for Lost Eidolons Veil of the Witch, a spin-off game from the same studio's first game, Lost Eidolons, which I have covered rather heavily and in great detail on the channel. Now, funnily enough, I didn't originally register for the playtest for Veil of the Witch. I noticed it was under NDA and I thought I could register for it, play it, have some fun with it, report back on my findings, not talk about it to anyone else. But I had a lot of stuff on at the time which was going to conflict, so I held off. And maybe they didn't get enough people to sign up for the playtest or something, but for whatever reason, Ocean Drive Studio decided, the day before the playtest began, to announce that it would no longer be covered by a restrictive non-disclosure agreement, and the playtesters would be free to talk about it, show it off, share it with people, you know, all the good stuff. And I thought to myself, well, bother, it's playtest starting tomorrow and I haven't signed up for it, so they're probably not taking any new applicants. So I let it be. And then today, when I got out of bed, they'd given me access anyway. I hadn't asked for it, but I got it. And I'm okay with that. It's, maybe it's a little thank you for all the love and support I've shown them in the past. Now, I'm going to give this a go, dive in, have some fun with it, put up some videos for people to watch, and share my thoughts on the game. First of all, I don't like the new art style. It is a drastic departure from that used in the previous game, and it doesn't sit well with me. It's trying to be something different to the art from the original game. This is more cartoonish, less natural looking. But the features, the angles, the way the characters look, it's trying to be that little bit cutesy, that little bit edgy, but it's borderline grotesque. It's not quite right for me. But I'm not going to get too hung up on the art. I'm going to enjoy the stuff. So I'm recognizing most of these outfits here. What's that? Paladin, Vanguard, one of the wizardy ones, the Black Wizards, Dark Magic, high-ranking one. I remember that Archer class, I can't remember what it was called. Got a Berserker here, another wizard class. Was that a low-level priest class? Definitely a higher-ranking priestess. Don't recognise this one so much. Now this game plays significantly different to the previous game, but has a lot of similarities, so let's get started and have some fun. An unknown place. A voice calls you from the mists, but whose? Ah, another lost soul finds its way to my door. Now, if this is the witch, and we're talking like a veil of mist that is cast across the land, I am concerned because in the lore of the first game there was mentions of a witch who would have made quite a promising villain in a future game, and I was hoping for that character to be a major part of Lost Eidolons 2. It seems she may be a part of this game instead, or this is an entirely separate witch. There is no cause for fear. Come closer, little one. Who are you? The answer to that is a rather long thread. Before you go tugging on it, we've some untangling to do. For now, you may call me Sable, and think of me as a friend. I laugh because recently at our Tabletop Gaming Club, we joked about the acronym SABLE, which stands for Stuff Accumulated Beyond Life Expectancy. You try to recall your own name, how you got here, anything, but you draw a blank. Poor thing. Lost your memories, have you? Let us see what we can do about that. Is she going to implant some? We have a mirror. The self is a story inked in memory and bound in flesh. I like the way the mist seems to be reflecting upon the glass itself instead of just being in front of it. The mirror will show you visions of the tale you've left behind. Look upon it now and try to recall your face. Recall who you are. We got a bloke and a bird. We had to play a man as our main character for the original Lost Eidolons, so let's play a woman this time. Wait, what? Skin's a bit darker, skin's a bit lighter, skin and hair are a bit darker. Beyond that, nothing. Let's see what... right click to go back? It is right click to go back. So, yeah, he just gets a bit of a tan as well. You know what? We can go with a bit of a tan, it's different. Let's call her... not Ash. Kalia. Sounds good enough for tonight, I think. Kalia. My name is Kalia. A pleasure to meet you, Kalia, and to look upon you. Where am I? Why can't I remember anything? The crossroads is a veil between worlds, a sanctuary for departed souls that linger on. You notice she also has a veil across her face, concealing her features. Are you saying I'm dead? Well, it would make sense with the memory loss. Your fate stands upon the knife's edge. Which way it falls depends entirely upon you. Lend me your hand. A bracelet? She's giving it to me? It's got some kind of bird skull upon it. Her fingertips on your forearm are ice cold as she slides the bracelet onto your wrist. What is this? A gift to mark our meeting and bind you to me. Yeah, this witch is not seeming as benevolent as I... Well, she's a witch. Bind? Hang on, did you say bind? Yeah, no thanks. You grab at the bracelet and yank it from your wrist. Or try to, but its thorny barbs hold fast. That will do you no good. Our bargain is struck. You mean the bargain you haven't even told me yet? I didn't make any bargain. I asked for your hand. You offered it. 'Tis done. The hell it is! We shall speak on the terms of our arrangement in time. For now... On the shores of Anarios, your life's blood ebbs. Your story stolen from you. If you seek to reclaim it, rise and fight for it. Now, we didn't get a lot of character customization at the beginning here. I believe we might get a bit more in the final game. For now, though, it's mostly gameplay focused. The road to Pelikos. The ashen cliffs that travellers must pass through to reach... Oh, it's gone. It's gone. There was no reading that in time. Where am I? And why does he have a giant manga plank sword from hell that is unbelievably horrible? Why do I feel like I got trampled by a horse? This is where I found out I'm the one holding the evil manga plank sword from hell, isn't it? Get back! Says a strange lady we don't recognise at all. Although she looks slightly familiar. Evie? Yeah, she was from the first Lost Eidolons game. I believe the events of this game are set 6 years after the previous one. Accursed things! How many of you are there? Kalia! Are you still alive over there? Hello? Do you know me? I think there was talk of some of the characters at the end of Lost Eidolons setting up a kind of witch hunting, monster hunting inquisition. We may be members of that. And I did think that having that organisation present at the beginning of the second game, rather than being the main focus of it, would be an interesting way of having cameos from existing characters without them dominating the action and becoming too... they could be older, nearing retirement. Because I believe the idea was that Lost Eidolons 2 would take place, 20, 25 years after the first one. So most of the characters would be a lot older by then. Do you know me? Are you joking? Come and aid me. Oh, are we related or something? Right. Guess this sword belongs to me. Let's see if I remember how to use it, and hopefully replace it with something much more believable in the future. Commencing battle. We gotta kill all the enemies. Turn 1. Dynamic action music has started, apparently. To move a unit, highlight them with the cursor and press spacebar or the left mouse click. Try moving Kalia and select attack to strike an enemy. So this is looking very similar to the previous game, and that's okay. You can find this information again from the guide menu. Well, let's move to this square here. Oi! Or do I want to stand next to both of these? No. One will... Hold on, we don't know the initiative order, so... Attack! You're a victim. That was a massive amount of damage. Use swap weapons. Switch between your primary and secondary weapon. Yep, that's familiar. Move the cursor of the unit and press C to see their equipped weapons. Try selecting Evie and swapping to a sword and attacking. Okay, let's see. What does he have? A rusted pike, some corroded plate armor. He has a lunge combat skill, no magic, no passive abilities, no status effects, and 34 health. Alright. How do I... Okay, right click out of it. Okay, Evie. Let's swap. And then get in there and mess him up. That was quite impressive. And probably the enemy turn now. He's got a bow. He's going to shoot her. Yep, that he certainly did. Good news! Looks like I remember how to fight after all. What are you talking about? Did you hit to the head in the rapids? Did you hit your head in the rapids or something? We were in the river? Maybe in boats. You tell me. You seem to know my name, and I apparently know yours. Look, he'll have made like 4 more attacks by the time you guys have said all this. Hang on, are you serious? Kalia, we've been travelling together for days, ever since... What is this ruckus? Says a newcomer. Looks like a regular generic foot soldier from the evil armies of the first game. Ah, the little ship rats. I was wondering where you'd scurried off to. You! You're that alchemist who attacked us in the dunes. Don't you ever give up? Those creatures with him. Why do their faces feel familiar? We were probably travelling with them. If that looks familiar, you either really recognise it very well, or you were travelling with these weird dead people yourself. Why, they're your fellow shipmates, of course. At least the ones I could salvage from that unfortunate wreck. Care to join them in the Emperor's glorious service? The Emperor was deposed, wasn't he? And so there was one undead knight in the first game. It was early in the sort of development of necromancy. Not a lot of people had researched the long forgotten spells, so it seems necromancy is becoming more prevalent in the world. The Emperor? Hey, do you have any idea what this guy's talking about? No, he's just a barking lunatic. The Emperor's dead. Yeah, but I don't think they ever recovered the body. Quite the contrary, I assure you. Ah, but I realized I've yet to introduce myself. Lord Arven of House Bayardin. Or at least I will be again, when His Grace... That's a religious honorific, not a secular one. Leads us from this wretched island and back to glory. Whatever little cult you got clinging on out here, the Lord Regent will scour it to dust, just like he did the first time. If I'm still alive in 5 minutes, someone really needs to fill me in. Yeah, you tell him, Thorn Shield Bearer. You can press the middle mouse button to rotate the battlefield. Not a bad idea. We can rotate the battlefield now. Lovely. The arrows indicate who the enemies will attack. We got a scout with a bow and a spearman. Let's try swap weapon. What magic have we got? We got Healing Touch and Purification. Healing Touch, heal an ally. I think she can use it on herself. Power 5. Purification. 15 hit points to an ally and cleanse all harmful status effects, grants an additional 10 hit points for each effect removed. We don't have anything to purify just yet. Now, we can't go to here, so we want to... What we could do, as he's got a bow, so he can't really fight back, is we could stick to the sword, go up here and attack. Don't expect to kill, but if we get it, it's nice. We got a kill. Alright, in that case we better come up this side. Keep this spearman busy. Combat skills, what we got? Mighty Strike. Big damage. Triage. Bit of battlefield first aid. Let's go for a hefty wallop. May not have been entirely needed, but it felt good. Can we rotate now? No. Okay, nasty magic. So what we're going to do on our turn is some battlefield healing. Says the Fallen Sentinel. Heyo! Get back in the dirt! Who is this now? I recognize him. That's one of the deckhands from the Redeemer. Great. Thanks, that really clears things up. I'll handle the rabble, you kill the alchemist. Now that I understand. Use skills and spells to damage enemy units or heal allies. Most abilities operate on a cooldown and need a few turns between uses. Try selecting Eevee, equipping her spellbook with the swap command, and using Healing Touch. Pretty much what I was going to do anyway. Magic Healing Touch is just out of range, so we're going to move to there, and then we'll do it. Healing Touch on Kalia, the Vagabond. Who's then going to enjoy the electric guitar and get in here and mess this bloke up. We don't want to first aid him, we just want to hit him with a sword. It's a good start. Do we get to control? We do! Excellent. Have it. Regular attack ought to do it. There we go. Lovely growl. Let's see what the alchemist does. He may have more reinforcements coming. If he wants this to be. Okay, nice guard there. Alright, let's move on up and wait. Do we get to heal? No, it's on cooldown. Okay. I don't believe we have any conditions to clear. Nope, no conditions. Okay. Well, in that case, I think we'll just apply violence to the situation. That's the last of them, says Marco. Good. Now maybe someone can tell me what the hell is going on. The Scarred Shield is an old shield that's seen some use, and we didn't get to read much of that either. Let me get this straight. You don't remember anything before waking up in the mud just now? There was this woman, I think she said she was black or something, like pig's bristles. I mean, I do remember this woman. She had a mirror and she said I was a lost soul or something. I'm not interested in your fever dreams. This island's got enough madness as it is. You mentioned we came here on a ship or something? You and I were passengers aboard a merchant vessel, the Redeemer. We washed ashore together after it hit the rocks. And you belong to the crew? No, she's a priestess. She's not a ship's crew member. Belonged? Oh yeah, him. None of the others made it then. You just met the ones who made it. Now, unless you want to join them, I suggest we get moving. There's more where that lunatic came from. This island is crawling with the dead. And they think they've got the Emperor here as well. Kalia, I know you're still a little disoriented, but have you got your bearings enough to travel? What? Wait, hang on. We had some kind of reason for being here? He said we came here on a merchant ship. Why would we do that? Sun and leisure. Oh, he's a barrel of laughs, he is. Let's keep Marco around. Oh, don't be an ass. I'm an inquisitor for the Regency. I came here to look into rumours we'd been hearing about whatever it is that's happening here. Me? Am I an inquisitor as well? I don't know, we only spoke a few times during the journey. You mentioned you were looking for someone. A brother, I think. So the other character we didn't get to pick at the start of the game. Ooh, and he'll have the same skin tone as us then, quite probably. Oh, is the person we didn't get to pick be dead. Like final boss at the end of the island. Wait, there was soldiers that were dead? What were those monsters the alchemist was commanding? Your guess is as good as mine. Marco, have you seen anything like them before? No. And if we're done here, I'd like to avoid seeing any more. Wait, so the alchemist who I apparently asked you about already, which probably should not have been assumed. Who was that man we fought? What's this business about an emperor? The emperor... You said the emperor was dead? There was an emperor? She's really forgotten everything. The ravings of a lunatic. They're cast-offs from the war. The Imperial side. We've heard rumours about them in the capital, a splinter faction regrouping out here on the islands, but I never thought it was this bad. When you say the war? Nope, I'm drawing the line there. If you want a history lesson, go read a book. It was a war? Well, I suppose you told me everything I need to take here for now. I'm still a little bit mixed up, but I'll figure it out as we go. Let's move. Somewhere. That way? I don't know. Finally! Pelikos is just north of here. If we take the old Dusk Road, we can make it by nightfall. You've been here before? No, she's probably just looked at some maps before she came here. I was born here. Anarios is my home. Or at least it used to be. We're getting things inserted on the screen really hard with shakes and wobbles. This feels a bit intrusive, I think. New ally, Evie. A priestess born on the island, she returned to her homeland on behalf of the mainland government to investigate rumours of an imperial resurgence. I'm not sure we need a big sound effect and a massive whoomph and slide in, bump, bounce off the middle of the screen, then slide in from the other side, bounce a bit, and it felt a bit weird. Also Marco. A brooding, one-armed sailor. A one-armed sailor with a two-handed axe. With deadly skills from a past he doesn't talk about. He claims all he wants is to escape this island, but why is he really here? So does he have like a prosthetic then? Is that like a prosthetic hand on the end of a metal piece of arm? It might be. I'm not sure it's a working hand, but it may be able to like grip if you like insert something into it a bit. Just before dusk, you reach a fortified town surrounded by imposing log palisades. Ooh, okay, I see a bit of a palisade here. A little bit here. I can take that, yeah. Above the gate, a guard aims a crossbow down. Who goes there? We're not a theatrical troupe. Mercenaries. Lost travellers. We're not lost travellers. Well, two of us are. One of us knows the place well. We're lost travellers. We're just a group of lost travellers, okay? Please, we need food and a place to rest. Why the hell would you tell them that? They're clearly struggling enough as it is. Damn straight, we got enough mouths to feed already. Now get lost, the town's closed. Not as long as I'm in charge. Let them through, Klaus. Whoever this is. Could be a man or a woman. I may have to refine the voices in a moment. The gate swings open and a figure strides forth to meet you. Let me guess. Shipwrecked travellers? How do you know that? Because they probably saw the ship get wrecked. We saw the wreckage from the cliffs. I've been expecting the Redeemer any day now. I'm the poor fool who owned it. Emile. Master... That's Emile? That doesn't look like Emile. That doesn't look like the Emil we know from the main game. At least, I don't remember him looking quite like that. Emil, master of coin, acting mayor, and desperately in need of a drink. Care to join me? Now, Emil owned a mercenary company in the first game. And he was very mercenary. You know, would do anything for money, would renegotiate the contract if he thought he could get more out of it. Might have gone better if we said we were a group of mercenaries. Well, apparently we got a base camp. An amnesiac, a one-armed sailor, and a royal inquisitor walk into a tavern. It's quite a story. You three are fortunate to be alive. Fortune had nothing to do with it, says Marco. Fortune always has her say, my curiously familiar-looking friend. Yes, he does look familiar to one or two other berserkers from a previous game. I think he was slightly younger and didn't have a beard in the first game, if this is who I think it might be. We need a safe place to catch our breath. And a ship out, as soon as possible. Oh, and a ship out. Not a ship sent out, a ship sent out with us on it. Sanctuary we can offer. A ship, on the other hand... You don't understand. I must get to the capital. She needs to report this. When the Lord Regent and his council learn what's happening here, I'm positive they'll send help. I've no doubt. Unfortunately, there are no ships left on Anarios. We burned the fleet 6 months ago, probably to stop someone loading up a ship with those zombies and sailing them to the mainland. You what? Why would you do that? Alas, I have a condition. Flares up at worst times, makes me do foolish things. Conscience, I think they call it. Emil never had a conscience before. What's going on the island? What exactly is happening on this island? A plague, or something like it. All the boot-licking Imperial zealots left alive at the end of the war seem to have washed up here. Yes, they probably all converged on it as an isolated location where they would not be disturbed. For a while they were just a nuisance, but now their leaders are raising the dead somehow, torching villages, plundering graves. They're rebuilding strength. For what? I shudder to imagine. Then there's the man in the mask. Sufficed to say, that's not how you write suffice it. It's 2 words. Suffice it to say, all of Anarios is a madhouse, and you, my forgetful friend, are right in the middle. Me? Hey, how do you know Marco? Exactly. He doesn't. No? Curious. You bear a remarkable, striking resemblance to a man I once fought. Ah, but I've just remembered. He's dead. My mistake. Almost everyone Emil fought is dead. Not necessarily by his hands. I thought he looked a little like Ballastar. But Ballastar had a beard before already, and wasn't as evil. Did I miss something here? Oh, fine, okay. So where does all this leave us? Stuck right here with the rest of us, I'm afraid. But it's not so bad. You three seem strong enough. Man the wolves twice a day, and I'll see you have food and beds each night. Well, water and water and blankets anyway. Most of the time. I thought he meant water from the well. Then I saw the comma. Well, to hell with that. I'm not waiting around to die. I agree. If the only way out is through, then so be it. It's not that simple. They can raise the dead. Every corpse you cut down, those alchemists will put back together. Then we'll kill the alchemists, and their leaders, and whoever else gets in the way. Marco and Evie are right. Whatever brought me here, it wasn't to die behind a wall. I've got a ridiculously unbelievably big sword that's about 3 times the size of me, that no one with even 4 arms should be able to wield. And I apparently know how to use it, somehow. I'm gonna go get some answers. You should join us. Join you? You people are mad. Perhaps if you sort out this trouble then he'll join us. Well, could be. Okay, what's your alternative? Fucking hell. Fine, fine, I'll hand off some duties and put some travelling gear together. Suits me fine. I need sleep and a whetstone. Get some rest, everyone. We'll meet at the town gate tomorrow morning. New ally, Emile. Once the head of a great mercenary company, Emile lost both his wealth and status after a series of bad investments. It was one such scheme that drew him to the island of Anarios and placed him in your path. New feature, Base Camp. Bond with your allies and strengthen your skills to prepare you for your next expedition. I've still got some time before we leave, and apparently a bird's head came up there that may be important. Maybe we get like rest points we can spend in different places. I can take care of other things until then. If there's nothing else to do, I should get ready to set out. Complete all activities in the base camp and select Set Out to continue. We have our quarters, the lodge, the altar of fire, and the guest quarters we cannot interact with yet. We have character information for all our characters. So, Kalia has something called the Adventurer's Greatsword, which is very broad in the blade. Nomad's Plate, Wanderer's Bow, no signs, no magic spells, no passive abilities. Evie has an Inquisitor's Tome, Service Sword, Florentine Shield. So Florence is in this game? The Italian city? The Initiate's Tunic. What's the G? Off. On. I don't know what it is. T. Well, I can change her name. I'm not going to do that because she's an existing character from... Wasn't she part of Ballastar's group, I think? Marco the Hermit. We got G, on and off, whatever G is. I think it might be helmet. It might be toggle current equipment visuals. I don't think the portrait's going to change, but on the battlefield our gear might change if we wear different stuff. Weathered levers, Recluse's battle axe, a boarding spear and scarred shield. He has bear stance. Assumes an offensive posture. The unit gains +2 physical attack and accumulates 1 point of rage each time they deal damage for a maximum of 3. For each rage point, the unit deals +5% damage. Switching stances ends the effect and resets rage to 0. Or horse stance. Assumes a defensive posture. Unit gains +20% maximum health points, and incoming healing spells are 20% more effective. When taking damage, unit gains 1 point of poise, for a maximum of 3. For each poise point, unit gains +4 guard. Switching stances ends the effect and resets poise to 0. I seem to recall guard being a... Oh no, I'm thinking of a different game. Guard is like a sort of block chance. And we have Emile, who has Cutthroat's Knife and Mercenary Blade or Headhunter's Battle Axe. Sellsword kit. Conceal. Vanish from enemy sight and gain the concealed status. 2-turn cooldown. We don't know how long it lasts. And Keen Edge. Plus 13% critical hit and plus 13% critical damage when attacking with daggers. In other words, they don't want us to use the axe very often. And in terms of abilities, we have physical attack, physical defense, magical attack, magical defense, hit, accuracy. Attacks never miss, but they can be guarded against for reduced damage. High accuracy makes enemy guarding less likely. Guard determines your chances of blocking attacks, greatly reducing damage, and accuracy reduces guard or counters it. Critical hit determines your chances of landing a powerful blow. I think guard reduces critical hit chances, but I think criticals also might not be capable of being guarded against. Critical defense reduces your chances of receiving a critical hit from enemies. And movement determines the number of tiles a unit can move in their turn. Excellent. Well, the game wants me to go to the lodge, so let's do that right now. It says conversations. Can we click on people and... Okay. With her, we got conversations. These guys don't have any conversations to have. There's a number of greyed out people. I recognise face. Think I recognise face. Definitely recognise face. Not so sure about these two. Okay, and we can't scroll across to see any more off the side of the screen. So let's see what we can do here. Is there something I can do for you? I don't know. You said you're from here. You said you're from this island, didn't you? Yes, I was born here in a small village to the north, but I spent most of my life on the mainland. First in Vita, then the capital. So I'm afraid if you're thinking of using me as a guide, you're out of luck. My memory of this place is hazy and the island is not what it once was. Well, that's too bad, but at least you can help us with the locals. Well, hopefully. With any luck, my time away hasn't changed me that too much. Right, so, apparently there's a war? I've heard you mention the Empire in this war a few times. What can you tell me about it? That is a long conversation, and one there are several scholars more qualified to talk about than myself, but I will do my best. 5 years ago, not 6 but 5, the Emperor was a despot on his deathbed while the ruling nobles tore the country apart with their greed and cruelty. A revolution arose, led by Isoro of House Phoenice and two of his subjects, his nephew Balastar and a low-born mercenary named Eden. Together they overthrew the Empire, but after Isoro's death, divisions grew between their camps until it erupted into a full-blown civil war. After 2 years of fighting, Eden emerged the victor and assumed the mantle of Lord Regent to shepherd Artemisia into a new era. I played the first game. He became king at the end. I don't know if we'll be able to import our endings. There were 2 different endings. Well, sounds complicated and tragic. I'm almost glad I can't remember living through it. So the developers have said that if they make a Lost Eidolons 2, the main character would be Eden's daughter. And so therefore obviously it would be like 20-25 years later. Maybe a bit less if she's really young at the beginning. I'd be grateful to have that time scrubbed from my memory. The things I witnessed will haunt me for the rest of my life. Yeah, I think she was working with Balastar and she saw him commit a number of atrocities, him and his men. Right, so, like, what's an Inquisitor? You mentioned you were an Inquisitor or something. What exactly is that? A post in the Regency government on the mainland. I serve Lord Regent Eden at the behest of Lady Marshall and the Knight Commander Clara. Oh god, they let Clara command the knights. Oh, look. Clara was good at some things, not quite so good at others. She was good at commanding and organising people, getting groups to do things, but she could get a bit hot-headed and stuck in her ways sometimes if things weren't going her way. They normally went her way, but when they didn't, she got tunnel vision and it did not end well. Ordinarily, we're something like internal investigators, to act as a check on corruption. So why did they send you to Anarios? You've certainly found corruption here. We had heard rumours of Imperial holdouts here on Anarios. It was my duty to follow up. Right. Okay, that's it. That's all for now. I'll be here if you need me. And we can talk to Marco. What is it? Your ship, right? There's a ship. Sorry, my memory's a bit fuzzy. You were on a ship with me and Evie, right? Aye, and for a year before that, the Returner. Decent vessel, shit captain. What was your role on board? Public relations. Just a simple sailor. I've never seen a sailor fight the way you do. Well, a simple, really pissed off sailor. Would you remember if you had? He's got a point. You're a bit of a mystery. Can you tell me a bit about yourself? You know, a little bit. How did you become a sailor? You know, as some say, ask me anything, I'm an open book. Yeah, he isn't. Sure. I'm not. Point taken. I kind of like his abruptness. Not necessarily sure I'd get along well with him in person. You seem like you're eager to get off this island. What are your plans for, you know, after all this? I'm sure once her head is cleared after a few days she'll be sounding less dazed and confused, but for now she's completely out of it. You know. Find another ship. Have to build one at this rate. I'm surprised all this hasn't put you off sailing for good. You must really love it. Keeps him off the land, keeps him away from people he hates. Sailing's a gauntlet of misery, but it suits me. You could try something else. Take up mercenary work. Maybe open a cozy inn somewhere in the countryside. You're not as amusing as you think, you know. Fine, well, that's all for now, I suppose. Fine. Deal with it, bitch face. He doesn't like her very much, does he? Right, and we can talk with Emil. How may I be of service? Well, since you ask so nicely, this former Master of Coin, now acting Mayor. Sounds like there's a story there. Not much of one, I'm afraid. I came to Anarios following up on a missing investment, found an island in chaos instead. The town needed help, so I lent a hand. When my last mayor met his end, I found myself unable to leave. It's rather selfless for a man just following up on an investment. We don't know what the investment was. I've been accused of many things in my day, but selflessness was never one of them. You're quite skilled in combat. How does she know this? She hasn't even seen him fight. Maybe they've been practicing and training a little bit together. Not something you usually see in some small town mayors. Yes. Well, I've had a long and interesting life as a contract killer. Let me guess. Former soldier of a heart of gold? Not exactly. Scratch for heart of gold. More like former mercenary. The gold part's close enough, though. Is it? 'Cause like... You mentioned you burned all the ships in the harbour. Why? Surely you'd want to keep at least one for emergencies. The emergency would be the dead getting on that ship and sailing it off to the mainland. The emergency is the plague spreading to the mainland. I would rather hamstring us all than let Artemisia fall. You don't seem to have much faith in the people Evie works for. Well, the Lord Regent is a good man and a cunning military commander, but you haven't seen what I've seen, defending these walls day after day. If you had, I assure you, you would have thrown the first torch. Very well, that's all for now, she says, using the exact same words for everyone. Until next time. Well, I imagine we better get out of here. We can go here. What is this? It came up again. Does that mean the game's auto-saving or something? I don't know. Mirror of memory, records, change class. Well, none of these. Nothing available. Guest quarters. No need to go poking around in there. It's just an old storehouse of mine. Nothing inside now. Yeah, right. It's his personal stash, isn't it? I keep hoping some enterprising merchant might come in and rent it from me. Ah, well. Perhaps one will. Oh, port of a merchant. Right, okay, fine. Yeah. Raven's Roost, that's like a lookout tower. So we can click on these, even though they did. Let's not do that. Let's just set out and enjoy the gameplay for a bit. Assemble a party of 5. Once you set out, party members can't be changed until you return to camp. So this game now has some roguelite elements where we want to try and take everyone with us. Let's take Marco. Let's just take everybody because that's all we got for now. We've got a nice little piece of information about people there. And we can press C for character information to see exactly the same stuff represented in a slightly more visual manner. Let's embark upon this mission. Leave camp and set out? Absolutely, yeah, sure. The Western Wastes, starting point. Which way? Anarios is a big place, and its roads are a tangled web. Choose the route you think is best. When we get there, we'll be going soon enough. You lead, we'll follow. Is there a way we could see that map from the load screen again? Because that would be helpful. Select a path to continue along your journey. Each path offers different types of battles, events, and related rewards. The sword icon indicates the location where a battle will occur. You can interact with any object or NPC that has a highlighted outline. I believe we did see a raven over one of these. Yes. A black-feathered raven sits perched on a signpost. As you approach, it cocks its head at you with interest. What is this, the Forest of Doom? You take a closer look at it and discover a jewelled purple collar. Perhaps it has an owner. What's this? Hello there. What are you doing here? I'm not expecting it to reply, but it may respond as if it's used to being spoken to. For a wild thing, you sure are calm around people. Hello? Suddenly you hear a squawking, high-pitched voice, and it seems to be coming from a bird. Hello? Did you just...
Indeed I did, child of man.
Alright, I know I've lost my memories, but I feel like that's a thing birds can't do. I would remember that, right?
Lost memories, you say? Pity, pity. Some champion you are.
Is it the witch speaking to us through the bird? Champion?
Forgotten that as well, eh? Dim-witted are you? Wah! You'll likely die before you take 10 steps. Fortunate for you, crossing paths with good kindly Raven.
Dark smoke pours from its collar, forming into the shape of 3 orbs which hover before you. That feels like something we're going to see a lot of times. What are these?
Nay, nay, no questions, no dallying. Choose, oaf. Raven brings more shinies upon your next meeting.
The image of a relic appears before you. Select your starting boon. New relic, a jeweled bookmark. When training to upgrade a class skill, you may select the class skill manually, as opposed to it being completely random. Broken Tinker's Clock. All allies' combat skills and spells have their cooldown reduced by 1 turn, but also have a 10% chance to trigger 4 times normal cooldown. Oh, that's erratic. Look, 10% chance is low, so it's a pretty good object to take, but still. A prayer lamp restores 20% of maximum hit points to all allies at the end of a battle. We should just totally go for that for now. Relic acquired. The prayer lamp. There we go. Lovely. She says ... question mark, which you literally cannot say. Right. New encounters, it says. I don't know how we're supposed to get any information. Ah, right. No, that's not it. Thought it was for a moment. Well then. We can approach Raven again. Why are you giving this to me? The Raven stares in silence. Hello?
Ah! Ah!
That's more like a parrot. Raven's more like, ah! Ah! The Raven rasps and flutters its wings, but speaks no more. I think we're going to have to interact with that signpost. This one, right here. Okay, well apparently it goes to the right, so we seem to have an option to choose different arrows. New encounters. Confirm this route and set out. Yes, okay. So, we got to see briefly on there. As you're travelling the road, you come across the sight of 2 figures arguing over a bound prisoner. Unhand me, you ruffians! He, I believe, was one of the wizards from the first game.
Shut up, you! Rosalina's sick of feeding this one 100 gold and he's yours.
He's scrawny. I'll give you 10. She's an alchemist. Oh dear.
What the hell kind of place is that, you poxy price is that, you poxy bastard?
I can fish a twig like this from a dozen graveyards. Lady Carlotta wants soldiers' corpses. Not scrawny little weaklings like him.
Look at the robes, you fool. He's a spellcaster. Damn powerful one, too.
He's lying. I've never cast a spell in my life. I'm a tax collector. A bad one. Well, everyone hates tax collectors.
You lying little shit.
The 3 of them fall to arguing. They don't seem to have noticed you yet. Looks like I'm interrupting something, she says, sliding her sword out of its sheath. Kalia, I know that man. He's a scholar from the capital. We have to help him. I think he's one that I wanted to be kept out of this game and seen alive in a few cameos as an old man in Lost Eidolons 2.
I'm not risking my neck for some scrawny scribe. Let's go around him and be done with it.
Could be useful to us. No resource more valuable than people. Well, yeah, we'll absolutely save him. You step forward and clear your throat. Who the hell are you? Well, I've got a sword that's bigger than you are, so, an interested party. We could, you know what? Emil? Give it a go. Marco's idea of reasoning with him is likely to just be physical violence and frustration. He didn't even want to come here anyway. Evie's going to be a bit too polite. She's going to try and save the man because she's heavily invested in his safety. But she might not be the most diplomatic. Emil, trickster, mercenary, con man, should know how to deal with this kind of situation, these kind of people. Emil, you want to haggle for me? Happily. Emil steps forward and gives a gallant bow, then probably slices the guy's throat or something. As I'm sure your two enterprising individuals are well aware, flesh trading is illegal on Anarios. But we'd be willing to dispose of your contraband there, free of charge. You stay out of this, says the woman. You want him? The price is the same, 100 gold. The price is set by the market, my friend, and yours is not exactly replete with options. I should mention that I'm the mayor of Pelikos, and we're not far from it. Your day can either get a great deal simpler, or a great deal more complicated. Your choice. To hell with this. Take him. I've had enough of them both. Where are you going? You can't just... Lady Carlotta will hear of this. Lady Carlotta sounds like someone we should hear about. Carrot and stick. The bandits storm off. The bandit storms off and the alchemist isn't far behind. You've managed to free the scholar. Wait for a big thing to go zoom zoom in a little bit. Thank the gods that's over with. You have my undying gratitude. Oh, don't mention it. Do I know you? Laurent! Not who I thought it was. I think I'm relieved. Hello, Evie. Lovely to see you. You two know each other as well? Evie seems to know everybody. Well, apart from those two who know each other instead. Oh yes, we're fine friends. We're the only two in the Regency Court who do any actual work, you know. Carlia, Laurent is an apprentice chronicler in the Royal Archives, though I'd love to know why he's out here. Well, I was conducting research until my bodyguard and I were separated. Bodyguard's in yellow. I can't get anything from clicking on it. I don't know if I'm supposed to mouse over it and get information. I've been in the custody of those dishevelled highwaymen for months. They set upon me while I was indisposed and captured me like some kind of prize cock. Or even prize peacock. Well, they're half right. Ransoms and kidnappings, alas, all too common these days. And this is our 5th party member for the mission, got it. What kind of study is so important that it would be worth coming to a place like this? I beg your pardon, I'm an Eidolon scholar. Eidolon? Oh, gods, don't get him going. Goodness, where to begin? A topic for another time, perhaps. Ideally after a long bath and a deep glass of wine. On that note, if you've room for the company of a bedraggled bibliophile, I should be very grateful for an escort to Pelikos. We're actually headed in rather the opposite direction, but you're welcome to come with us and we'll take... His ear seems to be incredibly far away from his face. Like, it seems to be attached here when it should be sort of there-ish. It's a little odd. I'll take all the help I can get, but Pelikos isn't the destination. And you'll find our ale casks quite dry, I'm afraid. Ah, pity. Well, I don't relish the idea of leaping from the frying pan straight into the fire. But I owe you a debt, and there's study to be done. Laurent the Chronicler at your service. Wait for the whoosh whoosh. Yep, whooshed in from the left, whooshed in from the right. Laurent, a renowned scholar who came to the island a year ago in pursuit of mysterious research, and has been stranded ever since. So he's now available. So these... We've lost... The Raven isn't here anymore. Oh, is this encounters along the way of this mission? Do we need to... He's already been added. Good. He has Fireball and Thunderbolt. They're both single target by the look of it. Allies, enemies, ground. Oh, whoa. We can cast this on our allies. That doesn't feel very sensible. Right. But we might need to if it's to break some kind of enchantment or something. So that's a fight to the left, that's a fight to the right. Obtain gold or obtain resonance stones. Well, we don't know what resonance stones are, so let's go for that. We can try for gold next time. And it's nice to see how we are moving along the map. Oh, fight, 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 fight. There are too many Imperials. We should pass by before they notice us. Somehow, I suspect that's going to be tricky. And now there's more Imperials. Surround them! We're surrounded, but there should be a way out. There are only a few. We can handle them easily enough. Oh, there's a third group back here. We'll guard the southern route in case there's reinforcements. Yeah, like we're going to get reinforcements. What should we do now? Pick a direction and break out. Let's take them all out. At least there's no turn limits here. The high-powered electric guitar is at work again. So, we got an arcane archer, high priority target obviously, shield bearer elementalist, another high priority target. Ah yes, it's low fantasy but high magic. Trickster and archer, they can kind of come to us. So, or we can push this way. One, two, three, four, five. I don't think. Range 2, range 3. Yeah, we're not doing much this round. Okay, so daggers and axe. Axe and spear. So okay. Looks like what we want to do is head into the forest here. Highlighting an enemy with your cursor to display the enemy's predicted attack range. Press left mouse click to toggle range display on all the time. Press F to display all enemy units' predicted attack range. Press it again to clear it. Ah yes, the good old F key. So this includes attack ranges, not just movement ranges. So what we want to do is nip in here, and then combat skills. Conceal yourself, mate. We is being sneaky bastard. So we can pop over here, try and lure these two in. These can come to us. Sure. So we can stand there quite safely. Swap. There's no Overwatch, so we'll just swap back and wait. Oh, he's got a bow as his backup weapon. Okay. Oh dear. And our group healer can head to here. Clearly, I mean, go take a drink of water. Back in a moment. Hopefully that drink will last me the rest of the battle at least. So we're going to wait here, turn the F off as soon as we can, let the enemies come out of the woods, and converge upon our location. Oh, he's hidden as well. Nasty. Horse stance, we know that one well. Okay, off with the Fs. Now, what can we do with conceal? Vanish remains second game with concealed status. Yeah, what does that do? Unit cannot be targeted by the enemy, but movement is reduced by 1. While moving and concealed, unit can bypass enemy's zone of control, but their own zone of control effects similarly do not trigger. Their status ends upon dealing or taking damage, or taking any action aside from moving or swapping weapons. Well, guess what? We can't target you, but we might be allowed to just target the ground. Magic. We'll go for a fireball. Oh look, it's an empty square, but we blatantly just saw a person hiding. Guess what? Surprise, surprise, you're not hidden anymore. So if we just pop out to... How likely is this to result in a kill? If I just head over here, have a big attack. Thought so. Okay. Emil, if you could get over here and just wait to finish that one off next turn. Speaking of finishing off, swap weapons, get over there and fight. Job done. Now, swap weapons, get that spear and shield up. Right. I want to see threat ranges on these two. Out to about here. Yeah, you gotta move, man. If you could stand about there, that'd be perfect. And combat skills, the horse stance, because you're gonna be attracting the attention of that chap with the spear over there. Sing a nice little song about magic moments, and that's our 26 points of damage. We have a healer. Nice guard roll. Okay. Zone of Control, or ZOC, refers to the 4 tiles cardinally adjacent to every unit. A unit cannot move past another unit's zone of control within a single turn. Use positioning wisely to stop your enemies in their tracks. Well, first off, let's just blatantly murder this person. Then, with that established, he's grayed out. Should he not be? Right, okay, hang on. We have a number of things we want to do. So we don't like... That's a lot of damage coming his way. So we need to change that. How about you stand here, my lady? Swap. Magic. Healing touch. Heal the wizard. Oh, that's interesting. Right. So if we stand here, that's still 2 people attacking our wizard friend. We don't like that. So if we move him out to here, let's say, and magic, thunderbolt. okay. It's not quite a kill, but it's some serious damage and stops him attacking our magician. No, it doesn't. That's a problem. What's the back button again? It's undo. Yeah, sure. Go back to Eevee. Sure. Spears attack diagonally. No. Damn it. Okay. But spear can come over here and attack. Okay, we've got a guard roll. Is that better? Whatever happens, we can't get Kalia to the action just yet. So what we can do is run up here, swap, shoot you. Excellent stuff. And then our wizard friend can go... Oh yeah, that's a problem. We can take that. That's 3 attacks going to different targets. Ow. But then they might change their mind. Yeah, you shoot him. And her heal is now on cooldown, but we can work around that. Bloody hell, that hurts. Okay. So, they've noticed the fight's going on. Damn it! Still alive? We'll join the attack! Yeah, that's right, you're a long way away from the action. No, this makes things complicated. Well, not really, but just a little bit. We'll carve our way out. You can press escape to open the combat menu and select undo to rewind actions, as I've already demonstrated. To rewind actions taken. Your undo count has a finite limit each battle and resets between battles. Undos won't refund the gold already used to reroll skills in previous actions. We can use gold for that? I suppose they are mercenaries. Right, so... things we want to do. We want to get a meal over here. Oh yeah, mess this one up. Get into the woods and... kill this guy's face off really hard. There we go. Excellent stuff. Now, could you kindly step out of the woods? Oh, that's not quite so kind actually. One moment. Dear Laurent, if you could just stand here, thunderbolt this guy. Not quite a kill, but worked very well. Now, aha, yes. So, I need you... Right, the plan is... Okay, fine, we'll do it this way. So the plan is for Eevee to go finish this man off with her... Oh, she'd have to go this way, through the fire. Does she get hurt by that? Nope, just has to stop in it to get hurt. And attack. There we go. So then what we're going to do is come heal her with Kalia. We'll swap weapons, move to here. Triage, also known as, you know, stick a bandage on it. Guess what? Can we get down here? Yes. Let's restrict his movement. Swap to bear stance. There we go. Now our enemy's going to attack, probably attack Emil, and then we will heal him. Not the enemy, obviously. Yep. There may be a brief sound blip, as I'm just checking that I am recording again. All good. Lovely. Now, we've got this lovely little reminder here that axes are good against heavy armor, swords against medium armor, spears and bow against light. This chap, light armor, so spears and bows. Guess what? We have a spear, we have a bow. Those enemies are a long way off. So, attacking, let's get that rage point. And he's alive. This works perfectly. Now, this skill on cooldown for 3 whole turns, right. Let us... one more turn for healing touch. Okay, so we're not going to do that. What we are going to do... come here and wait. Hey Emil, guess what? It's killing time. He's pretty good at dealing that damage. Okay, let's maintain group coherency. Swap back to spellbook, and we got purification, but no one really needs it. No one's on fire or anything. Kalia, go stand there. Wait. You pop out here. Also wait. Let our enemies come to us. Our Berserker can hold him off for a bit if he needs to. I'm very tempted to see if there's an option in the menu to turn off the greying out when people have finished their turn. Speaking of turns, he can get right in there. But he's in horse stance. That is not ideal. Okay. How do we do this? I think we stand here, because we keep a rolling advance. Hey Emil, go hide. Mastery level increased. Increasing your class level will unlock new skills and stats. The maximum class level is 20 and it resets at the end of an expedition. Interesting that it resets. So it's a temporary level, not a... yeah, it's like he's warming up. So, infiltrate, assassination. Quickly move to the targeted tile, bypassing zone of control and gaining the concealed status. Or, smoke bomb. Create shrouded terrain on the target tile and adjacent tiles for 2 turns. Units within the shroud gain plus 15 guard and are immune to counterattacks. I think we like this a lot. Right. Laurent. It'd be nice for that fire to go out, but for now, just stand there and wait. We want to keep him back a bit because of the danger he's in. Right, Bowman, 2 spears. We'll do what we can. Right. So if you go to... wait, I want to... nope. I want to range on him about here, so if you go stand here and defend with that shield, and you can... wait. F doesn't help because it's just you. Right. If you can go here... yeah, how about here? Nope. There? No, he'll still go for her. Right, okay, just go to here. And hold. We should have 1 attack and enemies closing ground. Ooh, a long spear thrust. Well, anything you can do, I can theoretically do as well, right? Absolutely. Stab him! Oh, here we go. Right. Ferocious defense. Protection. While below 50% health, all incoming damage is reduced by 30% and counterattacks are 30% stronger. Sounds like something good for him. And charging attack. This is blue. I don't know why it's blue. What the colour may mean. Dashes towards an enemy, bypassing zone of control and slamming them back by one tile, inflicting damage in the process. Cannot be used if path of attack is obstructed by another unit or obstacle. That blue looks quite funky. That's 3 turns, that's a passive. I kind of think we want the passive at the moment, to be honest. Right, now then. We can go to here and say, hey, this is magic. But, okay, no. That's not going to get us a kill. We can pop in here and do some serious attacking. Not going to get us a kill. Alright. It's kind of worth keeping him here for now. How about if we go stand out here or something, right? We don't want to... Oh, because of zone of control. So he's only blocking that square. So if we go here, they still will go for us. So we can try for a 1-turn kill. I think we have to try for a 1-turn kill. Mighty Strike, do it. So what we can do now, because he's blocked that, so he'd have to come around this way. If we go tackle him with... Oh, she can't quite get there. Ah, but we've got a wizard. Oh god. That is some heavy focused fire the enemy got going on. So if you then go stand here, swap weapon, defend. I mean, it might just... Why has our turn not ended? Is it you? It's you! Okay, well let's see. Who do we want to kill? Let's go this one. Surprise, surprise! It's man with daggers in your face. So we'll take an arrow. Our wizard is seriously inconvenienced. That's okay. And that's a pretty serious counter. And a crystal ball thing. Okay. Swap. Magic. Healing touch needs another turn. Oh no! What are we going to do? How long do we need for triage? Nothing at all. Get in there, because we might not heal in between encounters. Battle Cry of Protection. Provokes an enemy for 1 turn and recovers hit points equal to 30% of maximum, caps at plus 30. Provoked enemies will prioritize their attackers and have -5 accuracy for 1 turn. So this is not a passive then. Ensnaring Arrow. Fires an arrow, inflicting damage on an enemy and granting the immobilized status for 1 turn. That's good, but this is nice as well. Speaking of good, we've got a 2-handed axe here. Do it. Wait, combat skill? No, fine, just hit him then. If we can't heal, we can attack. Enemies everywhere. This is discouraging. And Eevee has Healing Surge, Restoration. Radiates powerful light, healing one ally as well as others directly adjacent to the target, or light-footed. Decreases likelihood of being targeted by the enemy. Both of these are good. 4-turn reset, as opposed to this passive. This seems really nice, but I think we're going to go for this. We get a Resonance Stone. Lovely. We got our prayer lamp, so everyone gets a bit of healing. Some stats have increased from recent battles, so they leveled up. Their stats got higher. Got it. Acquired loot, 100 gold. 1 sacred ember. Offer at the altar of fire to receive blessings of flame. We got a resonance stone, a mysterious stone that can increase the stats on equipment, refined by a powerful mage. Its quality is peerless. And a resonance stone. A mysterious stone that can increase the stats on equipment, speckled with mundane minerals. So this one, not quite so good. Use resonance stone. Do I have to? I don't want to. I want to... Resonance stones enchant equipment with various effects. Resonance stone hums with magic that enchants equipment. A shiny resonance stone crackles with power and enchanting equipment to legendary grade. Radiant resonance stone brims with energy, enchanting equipment to mythic grade. So we got a regular enchant and a mythic, apparently. Using a resonance stone will enchant one piece of random equipment. The better the stone, the stronger the effect. What, completely random? Like some kind of mobile phone game with microtransactions? It feels a bit iffy. Not so sure about that. A little too close to gambling. Enchantment offers a variety of randomized effects. Each piece of equipment can be enchanted a total of 3 times. Enchantment resets at the end of an expedition. That feels very dodgy. Equipment that has unlocked the first 2 slots can fail on attempting to unlock the 3rd slot. Okay. Well, this one's much better. Select a piece of equipment to enchant. Armor, armor, sword, axe. Magic wizard's robe. Very strong resonance, okay. The highest level of enchantment has been applied. Thus, the equipment grade has been upgraded. From common to mythic, Nomad's plate is now all the way up there. So, +4 physical defense, +2 magic defense, +4 guard, +4 critical resistance, no, critical chance. New. When this unit receives the benefits of a healing ability, any healing above maximum will instead boost guard. This effect accumulates until the next time guard is triggered. And Armor of the Blessed. Removes 1 harmful status effect and restores +20 hit points. It's not a percentage. This effect will trigger again at the start of your next 2 turns. So this is now an active skill. Apparently we have to use all of them. It's weak resonance for everything. Let's give him a bit of extra protection. It's gone up to rare. Hasn't added any effects or abilities, but it's boosted the stats a bit. Okay, got it. Act 1, The Lowlands. Press Tab to open your expedition log. Browse your current progress and look over required items. Can I save now? Okay, there's our expedition log. We got a prayer lamp. We got some money. No blessings, some loot. And we are that far into the mission. And we're trying to get to here, apparently. And it's like coming up to 2:30 in the morning. Can I save the game? Let's find out. I don't seem to be able to save the game. Return to title screen. Stop playing, return to the title screen. Yeah. And then... Okay. Start. Do we go back into the mission? We go back into the mission. Excellent. So I can end tonight's session here. There we go. That's given us a bit of insight into the way the game plays. I like the fact that our main character was briefly on the screen there for a moment before this kind of Superman wannabe lookalike turned up. Awesome. Right, well, I think I'm done for tonight. I'll go get some rest and get this uploaded so you can all enjoy it. And I'll look forward to seeing you all in the next one. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll say goodbye for now and see you all soon. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you had a good time.